And what is FohBoh? Well, let's find out from the man himself, Mr. Michael Atkinson, who is the CEO and founder of FohBoh Inc. Michael, welcome to Restaurant Wraps. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Michael. Thanks for having me.
For those of us that don't know what it is, what exactly is FohBoh?
FohBoh started in 2007 as a way to connect the stakeholders of the restaurant industry, and I felt in 2007 that it really needed its own community because we have a different perspective. This is designed to be what's called a business-to-business or a B2B community of practice where all the stakeholders, vendors, service providers, manufacturers, as well as restaurant operators can connect online interactively and engage and talk about the burning issues of the restaurant industry in real time. And so from that, we, as an original social media company, we've evolved very quickly to be not only a community but a social web technology company very focused on social web analytics for the restaurant industry. But it's not just the restaurant community, it's the restaurant network. We also have a very large wine community. In fact, I think it's still the largest business-to-business wine community in the world, and we also have a growing culinary community. So we're trying to hit all three, I think, legs of the stool, if you will. If you look at the food service industry from a macro perspective, it's restaurants, culinary, and wine. And our goal is to bring all these folks together in an interactive environment that is relevant to the restaurant industry. The content is contextual. Rather than connect and engage on other communities where your friends and family are involved. This is purely a professional community just for the restaurant industry.
So do you find out you split off, because you started with the FohBoh community and then you have FohBoh Chef and then right. FohBoh Wine. Do you find that you might have split your community a little bit, or are people still engaging in all three aspects?
Sure, people are engaged in all three aspects, but it's the whole reason behind a community. It really kind of shrinks the universe. It's like going to a large university. I mean, you join a sorority or a fraternity because it's a little unwieldy. Most of the members are on all communities. They just find that the content is more relevant if you're discussing wine and where the wine industry is going, versus being in a restaurant community if you're more in the wine side. If you're a bottler or a vintner, you might find more content more relevant and more contextual on that wine industry community. But our goal is to build communities of practice and cross-pollinate these discussions and these community members such that it really is a broad brush against the entire industry.
Now, in your opinion, so we talk obviously a lot about social media here at the Pulse Network and Restaurant Wraps, and my personal opinion is that a lot of restaurant organizations, whether it be a single independent or even a lot of chains, have yet to really tap in to the social media aspect of marketing and really reaching out. And I know the engagement term is way overused, but they really don't reach out to their guests. And it's a tool that just I personally feel is underutilized. I mean, what's your opinion on the segment?
Well, social media is a gift to the restaurant industry. I mean, I've been an operator for a long time, and it seems as that all roads for successful social media vendors, location-based services providers, at least here in Silicon Valley, all start out in the restaurant sector because there's so many transactions. Our philosophy is that if you're not engaged in some sort of a social media communication effort and or marketing effort, you're really missing the boat. This is, again, it's a gift to the restaurant industry, and we've embraced it very much here by providing services not only to restaurant chains but to manufacturers as well. So we've migrated our business not only as a community but as a social web technology company, providing services, analytics, information, and thought leadership on how best to use social media for the restaurant industry. And that really is the reason behind us developing the Food Service Social Media Universe Conference, which is scheduled for San Francisco, September 18th through the 20th. That really is to bring solutions and best practices at a different level to all operators and those that are interested in social media for the food service business.
Yeah, I want to talk about the conference in a second, but just to jump back to the tools that you bring as an organization to companies, because I think it's important. I think that there a lot of restaurants are afraid to jump in. They're afraid to step in, and they don't know where to start. So when you get the naysayers, how do you bring them over, and what exactly do you do for an organization? Because I know you do have that whole wing of your organization, if you will, that manages social media for companies to help them get engaged and build up their network. So, how do you kind of bring them to the water and get them to drink?
Yeah, it's a good question, Michael. And what we've done is really come up with two different strategies. One is FohBoh, which you have on your screen right now, which is designed to be, it's a social media management system. And what we do there is we actually, later today, we're releasing FohBoh as a mystery shopping report. Actually, it's the first to market. It'll be the equivalent of a crowdsourced mystery shopping report, where any restaurant at any time can go online and order their shopper report. And what that will do for you is give you two categories of information. One is, what are your guests saying about you, and how is that impacting your business? And the other part is, what's your social score, or what is your FohBoh score? And what that'll do is kind of give you a sense of how well your social media marketing efforts are actually working. So if you can identify, who your friends and followers and brand ambassadors are, at the same time you can get a sense of how you're being perceived and how well your marketing efforts are actually working. That gives you an instantaneous, real-time sense of what your mystery shopping report will be. That's one side. That's very high in analytics. But the other side is something that we started about almost 3 years ago, which is called FohMedia, which is a full-service social media consulting a service that we offer to restaurant chains primarily, where we basically become the outsourced social media consultant. Anything from strategy to structure to online engagement, reporting. We are very active in engaging on behalf of the brand. And what we do is we become part of the management team or the marketing team of a restaurant chain, and we just execute for them their strategy and keep them informed. And the result is that we grow their constituency, their brand advocacy, extend that reach, and act as an early warning system at the same time.
Wow, is there? Obviously for the consulting piece, there's a fee for the FohBoh, the mystery shop piece. Is there a fee for that?
Well, the mystery shop piece, again, when it goes live around 1 o'clock today, the best place to find that is FohBoh.com, and just looking at the either the navigation bar or one of the boxes, it'll be easy to find. Yeah, it's $25 per report anytime. If you subscribe for weekly reports, it's only $20 per report. But it's designed not to have to worry about going to 5 or 6 different or 8 to 10 different locations to find your buzz. It's designed not to have to buy an expensive dashboard and figure out how to operate that and really interpret what the meaning is. It's designed for anyone who really wants to know instantly what your friends and followers are saying about you. So it's a very easy, structured product developed for us and with us with our partner in San Diego, Chatmeter.
Wow. So let's talk now the food service social media universe. The big conference coming up September 18th to the 20th, San Francisco. I'm going to be there. I'm ecstatic, very excited about it. Tell us, what are the details?
Well, this was kind of a labor of love. We really wanted to do this in 2008, but as it turns out, maybe the industry wasn't ready for it now as much as they are now. It's really designed to take it up a notch. It's there to explore, expand, empower, and activate your marketing campaigns. We're bringing together over 50 speakers, 15 panel breakouts, 4 keynotes. This is really heavyweight. This is the first all food service, all social media conference. It's not a typical panel here or a panel there. And I've had a lot of speaking engagements. I've also attended a lot of conferences. And the social media panel is always, standing room only. But there's usually 1, maybe 2 panels, and it just leaves people wondering, is there more? So we put together, in partnership with Networld Alliance, which is fastcasual.com, this amazing conference. I think it'll be great. We're hoping between 250 and 300 attendees in San Francisco. But it's really to connect operators, marketing managers, CEOs, as well as social media managers and branded food manufacturers. Again, same spirit of FohBoh.com. We're bringing all the stakeholders together. But we have great speakers. Jeremiah Ouyang, who's one of the leading social media analysts for Altimeter. We have Kathleen Wood, who's on board to inspire us and give us some leadership thoughts and direction as it relates to social media. And then we have some of the leading thought leaders for the food service industry. So rather than make this a generic social media conference, we really focus narrowly on what we do best, and that is food service social media. So we are hoping that this is a well-attended event. We have to cap it at 300, but we're hoping that we get a very, very good turnout, because the program is very, very complete. And we're looking forward to seeing as many operators as well as manufacturers and marketers in San Francisco the 18th to the 20th as possible.
Now, is this for just people that want to learn about social media, or is it, if you're already one of those companies that are, very active in the social media realm, is this going to benefit you as well?
You bet. There's no one has a monopoly on all the good ideas, and when you get some smart people together who actually have experience using social media, not only for marketing but for communications and engagement, reporting and monitoring, you're going to get some different ideas. And this is a networking event as much as it is an information educational event for independent operators or chains. In fact, many of our registers are from national chains, like that have already signed up for this education. We have a pre-conference workshop for those that are just getting into social media 101. It's really kind of get you up to speed, because I would consider this conference more like social media 301. It's really going to be a bit of a fire hose, and it's time to get your programs together and really embrace as I say, the horror of social media, because it's an amazing opportunity for the restaurant industry to dig deep, build relationships, and drive traffic into your restaurants and be able to monitor that and identify returns on investment based on that traffic.
So let's see. So 18th to the 20th, San Francisco. What's the hotel where it's being held?
Hotel Kabuki. We're actually taking over the entire hotel, which will be fun. It's in Japantown. It's a great little hotel. It's Joie de Vie Hotel, and we're the only conference there, so we're going to be taking it over. When restaurant people get together, they tend to take over a hotel anyway, so we're excited about being part of this one.
I've gone through it. I've looked at the speakers are phenomenal that you have coming into this thing, and I really have to say that I've seen a lot of conferences, and the power that's going to be here in this building, and not even just the speakers, like knowing some of the people that are actually attending, the power that's going to be there from a networking standpoint is typically this is a conference that you're going to pay like thousands of dollars to go to, and it's a fraction of that to attend this, and it's really, I think, going to be a phenomenal event that people really should definitely be checking out. So Absolutely. Good things coming. FohBoh, you've got all the communities coming up. FohBoh Buzz starting the mystery shops. So where does it end? Where does it end? Is FohBoh going to take over the restaurant social media universe?
No, we're just here to support the community. I mean, we have a big vision, and it really centers around the community being there as the center navigation point for an industry. It's not my community, it's not FohBoh's community, it's the restaurant community. And from that, we learn and engage, and we're here to build utility and provide as much social web thought leadership as we possibly can. So if you're interested in what's going on and what's new in restaurant social media, food service social media, our goal is to be the center for that. So between FohBuzz being launched today, FohMedia has been around for 3 years. We have lots of opportunities to provide continuing services to independent restaurants as well as chain restaurants. So we're just getting going here, Michael.